All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Kakwadash, and double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone do rule well. And salute, man. Much love to you, sincere brothers, who push this truth, man. Week in and week out, Salakia. Got the hiccups, Salakia. And much love and blessings to you, sincere brothers, who push this truth week in and week out, man. Y'all brothers stay strong. We almost home. And oh yeah, I just had to speak on this, man. This situation up there in Buffalo, New York, with this Edomite terrorist, man, came up there just shooting up these Jakes, man. It was mostly you old Jakes, and I think it was mostly women too. Mostly old black women, man, because I don't know if it was this video. I was watching one of these videos, man, and they were showing pictures of the victims, and most of the victims look like old black women that just left church. You know, them church black women, man, you know. They walk into the church with the Bibles on their hips, with the big hats on, and you know, the dress. They're really the most wicked people out there, man. You know, and concerning the shooting, man, I don't feel anything. I don't feel any sadness in my heart. I don't feel anything for the so-called victims, man. I just don't feel nothing. You know, because I understand that there was judgment from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That was judgment from Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. Because these same people, you will ask them about Esau, man, the so-called white man, who, according to the Bible, his name is Esau, Edom. You'll ask them about Esau, Edom, and they reply to you with a Christian angle, man. Basically saying God love everybody, you know, shit like that, and God forgives everybody, and nah, that ain't true, man. That's not true. And now that they ass up there in the spirit world, you know, on the right-hand side of the Father, man, they know that God ain't gonna forgive everybody. They know that they're Israelites now. They know that the so-called white man is Esau, Edom, man, the devil. You know, the devil. Here it is, you baby boomers, man. Y'all were the start of a lot of wickedness coming with you damn baby boomers, man. And I got hiccups, man. Salakia. But you baby boomers, man, y'all were the start of a lot of wickedness, man. From y'all generation on down, that's when Jake really started to really backslide and get worse and worse, man. You know, y'all the same people that was out there fighting for integration with this damn devil. Fighting to drink out of the damn water fountain of a damn Edomite, man. What's wrong with y'all? Fighting to go in the same bathroom as an Edomite, man. What's wrong with y'all, man? And as you can see, your generations got worse and worse. Our people degenerated, man. You know? So I don't feel no kind of way. I'm not happy that they got killed, you know? But I don't feel sorry for them, though. You know, but let me press play, man. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans better realize this so-called white man is your enemy. And there are many more of these Edomites lurking and training, ready to knock y'all asses off, man. Ready to knock y'all asses off, man. So let me press play.
Federal authorities are investigating the weekend massacre in Buffalo as a potential hate crime. Law enforcement officials also reported today that the accused gunman had planned to continue his shooting spree at another location if he had escaped. That news came as communities in Buffalo mourned the losses from an attack that claimed 10 lives. All were black. Special correspondent Kat Wise has our report.
Today, as the community of Buffalo, New York, learned more about a gunman's racist shooting rampage at a supermarket over the weekend, the reality was setting in. Eddie Colbert has lived in the area for 50 years. He's suddenly fearful of his usual routines and visits to local stores.
I was thinking about the fact that it could be me or anybody else going in or coming out of that store, you know. So this is something that's going to be scary for anybody now. You know, because we don't know if there's any other haters that's out there.
Man, there's plenty of other haters out there, man. Plenty, millions of them. And y'all should have already been on high alert, man. Y'all know firsthand. You old heads know firsthand the way that this devil is, man. Y'all know firsthand how this devil is, man. And if you'd have kept your ear to the news, man, not to the mainstream media, even in mainstream media, they talking about white extremists and so-called white terrorists or whatever, and white supremacy. But if you would have kept your ear to the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we done already told you what these devils is planning. You know, they got foreign militaries coming in this place that's gonna be popping Jake down, man. No, not just Esau. These foreign militaries from these other countries, man. That's gonna be popping Jake down. And that Edomite just so happened to be dressed in Omer fatigue too. He just so happened to be dressed in Omer fatigue, man. But you old Jakes, y'all should know better. See, y'all in that old go along and get along spirit, and you don't want no troubles. No trouble. You don't want no trouble, and long as nobody bothering you, everything is all right. You just want to kick back and chill. See, that's that old crouched down lion, man. That's that old crouched down lion. That's why the Lord called the young man. The young man, to the battle. It's spiritual battle right here. And of course, to the physical battle, man. Of course, to the physical. And our armies, we had young men for the battles, man, for the wars. You know? And we go to the older men for wisdom, because they done been there, done that. But now you can't go to these old heads for no wisdom, man. You can't go to them for no wisdom. All you hear when these old niggas talk is, oh, these young niggas, these young people, oh, they so dumb, oh, these young people, oh, they so damn this, they so damn that. Well, how did they get this way, old man? They had to learn this shit from somebody, man. But I'm gonna go and get into the scripture real quick. This is Amos 6:1. Woe to them that are at ease in Zion, and trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came. It says, woe to them that are at ease in Zion, and trust in this damn government, man. See, these old heads, they sitting back waiting on that government, that pension, man. That pension and that 401k, they waiting on them checks to drop, man. All that retirement money, that's what they waiting on. Other than that, they ain't tripping off nothing else, man. They just want them checks to drop. And they want the healthcare bill to be paid, man. You know? Them Social Security checks, that's all they worried about, man. So they're at ease, man. They're at ease, and y'all are so at ease that y'all are sitting ducks, man. Look how easy that Edomite just jumped out and start popping y'all, man. Knocking y'all noodles out, man. That damn easy. So woe means destruction. It says, woe unto you that are at ease in Zion. And Zion represents you Israelites, man. That's the monument of Yahweh. The monument of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You Israelite people, man. You so-called Negroes, you Latinos, Native Americans. The number one target is you so-called Negroes. Y'all are the house of Judah, man. Y'all are the house of Judah, according to the Bible. The Lord said, woe unto y'all that are at ease, man. Woe unto you. And it says, pass ye on to Calneh and see, and from thence go ye to Hamath the great, then go down to Goth of the Philistines. Be they better than these kingdoms? Or their border greater than your border? Ye that put far off away the evil day, and cause the seat of violence to come near. Exactly. Jake putting off the evil day, man. And the scripture says what? You can't put this new wine, this truth, into these old bottles, man. They're going to reject it because they feel like they done it all. And they feel like, oh, you a young nigga. How am I listening to you? You know, I was doing this, that when you was in diapers or before you was even born. They put far away the evil day. So you talk to these old heads about the potential war, the rumors of war with Russia that's about to go down with America. And they say, oh, man, that been brewing on since when I was a little kid. And well, it's about to hit its peak, man. And its peak will be when them thermonuclear missiles actually fly, man. And they're going to bomb each other. And most of our people going to die over here. Most of the people, period, going to die over here. And the Lord is going to save only his elect of his people, which are you Israelite people. So, you can't really tell these old heads nothing, man. They crouched down. You know, they laid back. They bones hurt, man. They knees hurt. They elbows hurt. They back ain't no good. They just tired and just waiting to die. And they want to die in peace, man. And they live in fear of the youth. But they live in the fear of their own youth, the so-called Negro youth. They don't live in the fear of the so-called white youth. But guess what? They probably do now, man. I know up in Buffalo they do. Because that's the real enemy, the so-called white man, man. But it says, ye that put far away the evil day, and cause the seat of violence to come near, that lay upon the beds of ivory, and stretch themselves upon their couches, and eat the lambs out of the flock, and the calves out of the midst of the stall. Jake living good, man. It says they lie upon their beds of ivory, and stretch themselves upon their couches, and eat the lambs out of the flock, and the calves out of the midst of the stall, that chant to the sound of the viol, and invent to themselves instruments of music like David. That sounds like you church folk to me, man. Chanting to the sounds of the viols, and you invent instruments of music to yourselves like King David, man. And in the church, boy, they love the book of Psalms, boy, but they don't live about nothing in the book of Psalms, man. They love Psalms and Proverbs, man. They love Psalms and Proverbs, man. You know, a book written by, Psalms written by who? King David, and Proverbs is written by the son of King David, King Solomon. You know, but y'all don't live nothing according to none of it. It's like y'all don't follow nothing that's written in the book of Psalms or Proverbs or nothing in the Bible, point blank, period, for real. I'm talking to you Christian Negroes, man. That's why the church is dead. Like today I rolled past a big ass church that's just dead, it's vacant. Looked like it caught on fire, man. Riding down Page, man, in St. Louis City. I think it was a Catholic church too, man. Right in the middle of the hood. Church just looked like it's been bombed out, man. And I want to take pictures of that and do a video on it one day. Maybe even stand in front of it and do a video on it, man. That's beautiful to see that damn church destroyed like that. Because it's wicked as hell anyway. Number wickedness. Verse 5, that chant to the sound of the viol, and invent to themselves instruments of music like David, that drink wine in bowls and anoint themselves with the chief ointments. But they are not grieved for the affliction of Joseph. Exactly. Jake ain't grieved for what the other tribes is going through, the Latin tribes. Jake think all the shit that the Latin tribes is going through, all the Latin tribes, they separating them at the border and putting their kids in cages and putting the parents in cages, separating them from their kids. That ain't gonna happen to us though, cause we citizens. Now these niggas run around talking about they foundational black Americans. We citizens. We foundational black Americans. That can't happen to us. They won't put us in no concentration camp. Shit. Jake see Issachar get gunned down at the border. They don't think nothing of it, man. You know? Long as these niggas living comfortably, that's just how they think, man. But I'm gonna play some of this.
That's gonna copy this, you know.
Tops Market sees heavy foot.
So this is something that's gonna be scary for anybody now, you know, because we don't know if there's any other haters that's out there that's gonna copy this, you know.
The Tops Market sees heavy foot traffic from residents nearby as one of the only grocery stores in the predominantly black neighborhood. Keishanti Atkinson was working as a cashier when the gunman entered. She hid in a conference room and is still reeling from the experience.
During the incident, I was scared because I didn't know if he was gonna find us and just shoot us, and I didn't know nothing. But now, I mean, I'm still a little bit scared because this was supposed to be a safe environment.
The attack happened on Saturday here at the Top Supermarket on Buffalo's east side. The alleged gunman drove about 200 miles from his hometown to the parking lot behind me, armed with an assault rifle. Today, law enforcement officials remained at the scene, poring over the evidence. The 18-year-old gunman live-streamed the shooting from a helmet camera to a small audience on the platform Twitch. He shot 13 people, killing 10 of them. Of his victims, the 18-year-old gunman live-streamed the shooting from a helmet camera to a small audience on the platform Twitch.
I still have yet to see that shooting. I still have yet to see that video, man. But this dude, that's the face of the devil right there. You gotta have people thinking that's the face of a good guy, the so-called white man. Nah, that's the face of the devil right there. And many Edomites agree with what this man did too, man. Many Edomites, so-called white people, agree with what this young devil did, man. Y'all Jakes better wake up, man.
He shot 13 people, killing 10 of them. Of his victims, 11 were black. The Buffalo Police Commissioner made clear he was targeting them.
The evidence that we have uncovered so far makes no mistake that this is an absolute racist hate crime.
Peyton Gendron, who ultimately surrendered to police after pointing a weapon to his neck, pleaded not guilty at his arraignment. Gramalia told CNN today the gunman had planned to continue his rampage, possibly at another supermarket. The Buffalo Massacre is reminiscent of other racist attacks, including a 2015 mass shooting at a black church in Charleston and another in 2019 at a Walmart in a predominantly Hispanic area of El Paso, Texas. And it's left families like Ruth Whitfield's in agonizing grief. Whitfield, one of the victims, was shopping after visiting her husband in a nursing home. Going to Tops was a daily ritual for her. She was 86 years old.
We have no answers. What do we tell our father? We don't even know. He doesn't know. What do we tell him? How do we tell him the love of his life? His primary caretaker.
Another victim, Kat Massey, was an advocate for civil rights and education. She wrote to local news outlets last year calling for federal regulation of firearms. She was 72 years old. Reverend Denise Walden Glenn has been providing comfort to her community. She works for Voices Buffalo, an interfaith racial justice and equity organization.
Our community is hurting. Our community is devastated. As much as we try not to struggle with the spirit of fear, people are scared. People are scared. People are scared to leave their homes. People are scared to go into public spaces. Children are afraid to return to school. They're afraid for their parents to go to work or their caregivers to go to work. People are afraid.
Officials say the gunman subscribed to a racist ideology known as the Great Replacement Theory that's made its way from the fringes of the internet into mainstream discourse on the right. It's a belief in the false theory that there's a plot by non-white people to replace the power and influence of white people. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump blames the gunman and those who influenced him to commit the act.
All these people who are talking about this race replacement theory, radicalizing these young, impressionable minds to go out and do irrational acts because they know they have an irrational audience.
Police were called to his high school last June after he made threatening remarks. But after a brief mental health evaluation, he was free to go. The impacts of that release are now reverberating throughout this.
This is Sirach 5 and 7. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance. Exactly, and thy security, man. Many of those people who were killed in this racist attack, this terrorist attack, thought they were secure. They thought they were secure. And you know what's funny? There was a security guard that actually got killed too. A Jake that was, I think he was a former cop, and he was working for security at this particular business. And I think he had a shot back at the terrorist, the Edomite terrorist, and the terrorist popped him up, man, killed him. So there is no security here, man. There is no security, man. I don't care how much money you got, how many guns you got, how much wisdom in this world you got. There is no security. The only people who are secure are the hopeful elect, and we don't know who the hopeful elect is. So none of us should have a mentality that we're secure. Of course, we should have our confidence in Yahweh Shem Shah that we're going to make it, you know. But we should not have that mentality that, oh, it's all, everything all good, is this, that. Nah, man. Nah, man. But let me get this Amos 1. I ain't going to say much. I got another video, man. These Edomites were talking about Jesus paid for the sins of slavery. Basically, Jesus forgave these so-called white people for slavery. That's what these Edomites were saying, man. But we gonna touch on that, man. That's an easy one. Hey, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Let's see, Amos 1 and 11. B is hold on, my bad. Amos 1 and 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and kept his wrath forever. But I will send the fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Basra. But hold on, read it again. It says, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity. And in the shooting, I think they were saying this, the gunman pointed his gun at a fellow Edomite. And I think they said he shot him, and then he said, I'm sorry. Because that wasn't his target right there, a so-called white man, but he ended up killing him. I might have that wrong. I know he said sorry to Edomite, you know, over the shooting. But he cast off all pity for the Jakes, though. He wasn't sorrowful at all about what he did to so-called Negroes. So the Lord said he ain't gonna turn away the punishment thereof. Esau, Edom, your ass gonna pay, man. The Lord is sending the fire up on you devils right now, man. You know, that you can't see. And he's gonna eventually drop that nuclear fire on your ass, man. And we headed straight down that route, man. You know, but I ain't gonna say too much more on this one. Hey, on to the next one. All praises to Yahweh Shem Shah, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Shalom to the hopeful elect, Kwame Ashala, and the Bible Ball.